Hey there, Money Loop family. Don't forget to subscribe for smarter financial success. Let's dive into today's money strategy. Look, if you're like most investors, you've been glued to the headlines, watching the absolute chaos that rocked the market back in April. You saw the dizzying drops, the trillions of dollars that vanished, and that frankly bizarre V-shaped recovery, and it left you feeling, well, terrified. But I'm going to tell you something most people are missing. The real danger in 2025 isn't another crash. It's letting the emotional whiplash of all this volatility scare you away from the incredible opportunities that are born out of chaos. The strategies that made you money for the past 10 years? They're toast. In this video, we're not just talking about how to survive. We're building a new playbook for how to actually come out ahead. We're going to cut through the noise and show you the key trends and strategies you need to protect your money and turn this wild market into a winning game. Alright, let's just rip the band-aid off and talk about the April 2025 crash. It was, without a doubt, one of the fastest and most vicious drops in recent memory. It all kicked off on April 2nd, when the Trump administration announced a massive new wave of tariffs. We're talking a baseline 10% tax on nearly all imports, with even steeper rates aimed at specific countries, including a 34% tariff on Chinese goods. The market didn't just dislike the news, it had a complete meltdown. That announcement set off a global panic-selling frenzy that shoved the S&P 500 down over 20% into a bear market in just a few weeks. The Nasdaq fell almost 14% in a little over a month. In a matter of days, more than $6 trillion in market value just evaporated. To give you some context, that initial shock was faster and deeper than what we saw when the dot-com bubble burst. What caused it? A perfect storm of fear. Investors weren't just worried about companies having to pay more for imported goods. They were pricing in a full-blown global trade war, complete with scrambled supply chains and retaliatory tariffs from pretty much everyone. The VIX, the market's so-called fear gauge, shot up to levels we hadn't seen since the worst days of the COVID pandemic. It was the definition of pure panic on the street. But this is where the 2025 story gets really weird, and for many investors, incredibly dangerous. Almost as fast as the market tanked, it snapped back. On April 9th, with markets in a freefall, the administration hit the pause button on further tariff hikes. That one move triggered a massive relief rally. By mid-May, the S&P 500 had regained all its losses, and by the end of June, both it and the Nasdaq were hitting new all-time highs. Now, your rational brain might see that and think, phew, crisis averted. But from where I'm sitting, this lightning-fast recovery is the biggest trap of all. It creates a nasty psychological game. First, the crash spooks investors into selling at the absolute bottom, locking in huge losses. Then, the rocket ship recovery creates a massive case of FOMO, fear of missing out, sucking those same people back into the market at the top, right before things get choppy again. This is the new market reality, extreme swings driven by policy decisions that are almost impossible to see coming. Getting caught in this emotional whipsaw, selling low and buying high, is how you destroy your portfolio. The old, buy and hold, mantra is tough to stick to when a single announcement can kick off a bear market, and another one can erase it a month later. To win in this game, you need a totally different approach. To build that new approach, you have to understand the big forces at play. There are three trends shaping this market that you need to get your head around. First, trade policy is the new Fed. For years, everyone hung on every word from the Federal Reserve. Rate decisions were everything. In 2025, that's changed. The market now lives and dies by tariff announcements and trade talks. A single tweet about trade can hit your portfolio harder and faster than a formal rate hike. This means we have to start analyzing geopolitics with the same focus we used to give economic reports. Second, the US consumer is a surprisingly tough shock absorber. Through all of this chaos, the American economy has held up better than expected. A big reason for that is that lower oil prices have acted like a huge tax cut for the average person, leaving more cash in their pockets. This steady consumer spending has put a solid floor under the economy and is a key reason the market has been able to bounce back so quickly. It's the powerful good guy pushing back against the drag from trade wars. And third, welcome to the great sector scramble. Figuring out which part of the market is winning has become a total guessing game. In the past, a sector like tech might lead for a whole year. In 2025, leadership changes almost weekly. Energy had a moment in the sun and is now one of the year's worst performers. Industrials have shown some muscle, but they're still at risk from tariff news. This chaotic rotation means betting on last year's winner is a recipe for failure. You've got to be way more nimble. If this is helping you make sense of this crazy market, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. My whole goal here is to give you the clear, data-driven insights you need to invest with confidence, without all the hype and fear. Knowing the trends is one thing, using them to make money is another. So let's get practical. This is your new playbook for 2025. In a market this jumpy, even safe investments aren't always safe. During the April crash, we saw people rush into bonds, but then even the bond market got shaky as faith in government policy started to wobble. For the cash you absolutely can't afford to lose, you need to think beyond just bonds. High-yield savings accounts and building a ladder of CDs have become critical tools for true stability and, just as importantly, quick access to your cash. This is your safety net in a market that feels like it's on a tightrope. Since trade policy is the biggest risk, a chunk of your stock portfolio needs to be in sectors that are more insulated from these shocks. Analysts have pointed to a few key areas. Financials, for instance, are less directly hit by import taxes. The aerospace and defense sector is staying strong thanks to global politics. And utilities are seeing a huge surge in demand, thanks to all the electricity needed for data centers and AI, a trend that doesn't care about trade wars. Building a core of your portfolio around these tougher sectors can help it ride out the storms. That wild V-shaped recovery showed us that being too defensive means you miss out on massive gains. High-growth sectors aren't dead, but you have to be smart. Tech, even though it got hammered by tariff fears, is still the engine of innovation and bounced back hard. The same goes for certain consumer-focused companies, which are being propped up by that resilient consumer we talked about. The key is to stop chasing stocks at all-time highs out of FOMO. Instead, use the moments of panic, like what we saw in April, as your chance to buy great companies when they're on sale. Finally, don't sleep on bonds, but be strategic. The silver lining to all this turmoil is that bond markets are offering yields we haven't seen in years. Instead of piling into long-term government bonds, think about short and intermediate-term bond funds. They offer a nice balance of generating income while being less exposed to the wild mood swings in interest rate forecasts. This part of your portfolio can be a great shock absorber, paying you while you wait for the next opportunity in the stock market. So, where do we go from here? It's important to see both sides. The bull case is that the worst of the tariff shocks are already priced in. With a strong consumer, lower oil prices, and the possibility of new trade deals, high-growth sectors could push the market to even greater heights. But the bear case is just as strong. The market is still walking a tightrope and is extremely vulnerable to another policy-driven shock. If trade tensions flare up again, we could easily see another nosedive and maybe even a recession. Honestly, trying to be a perma-bull or a perma-bear in this market is a loser's game. The only winning move is to be an adaptable investor. You need a strategy that's tough enough to take a punch but flexible enough to grab the opportunities that all this volatility is creating. So, let's put it all together. The 2025 stock market is a completely different animal. It's been defined by a historic crash and a shocking recovery, both fueled by aggressive trade policies. What's working is changing constantly, and old-school safe investments are less reliable. The way forward isn't about making one giant bet on where you think things are headed. It's about building a portfolio that's ready for anything. That means having a foundation of real safety in cash and CDs, a tariff-resistant core with sectors like financials and utilities, a smart plan to buy growth stocks when they're cheap, and a steady income stream from bonds to smooth out the ride. The rest of 2025 is guaranteed to be full of surprises. But remember, for the investor who is prepared, every surprise is just an opportunity in disguise. The goal isn't to predict the future, it's to be ready for it. Thanks for watching Money Loop. If you found this helpful, like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe for weekly AI-powered money tips. Thumbs up, likes, speech balloon comments, bell subscriptions.